Good afternoon. How you doing out there? If you remember, one of my viewers wanted the GZ34, I believe it's a Mullard tube, 6 BQ5s and the 12AX7 Mullard, and one other name I can't remember now. The audio tubes. Okay, and he told me he was going to send me a box of used radio tubes. Most of these he did test, and this is the box. It came in today. I don't think you can probably read it, but it says Old 64 Goat YouTuber. Alright, and again, he does not want his name mentioned. He is one of my regular viewers. He does comment a lot on my videos, but he'd rather remain anonymous. Now, I am not going to go over every single tube in here. There's way too many. But let's open it up. Of course, naturally, we got a helicopter coming overhead. Never fails. It's either that or a motorcycle. Alright, he's got a note in here. I'll read to you. Writes big so I can see it. Here are some tubes, Bill. Looking forward to more videos and yard sale finds. Well, we went looking for a yard sale that they advertise on yardsale.com. or something like that. Don't listen to those places. They lie.
YardSaleSearch.com, actually.
Yeah, there is no yard sales. There just is not any yard sales around anymore. There probably won't be the rest of the year. Anyways, getting off subject here. I am really looking forward to the tubes you are sending me. You are an honorable man. Well, I try to do the right thing. Okay.
They put a lot of packing material in it.
That comes in handy, along with the packing material that Lionel gave me. We'll have to put that in a box so it doesn't blow all over. Okay, there's quite a bit of packing material here. Let me get back to you. I gotta put this stuff in a box so it doesn't get all over. Okay, these are all used tubes. Some of them were tested. I guess most of them were tested, but some of them are weak and some aren't. Most of them are good, from what he tells me. Some extra wrapping, I guess. Some tube boxes, which are handy. Definitely could use those because that's something I don't have very much of. Just give you an example of some of the tubes here. They're ones that I can read. This is a 6 V6. U4. You say there's a lot of tubes here. I'm not going to be going through all of them. 6 SL7. So these are radio tubes, of course, and they're all used, but there are some that he said he did not test, but he enclosed them. and also enclose some of the weak ones, because as I had told them, just because the tube is weak, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily no good. A 41, again, these are all used, but definitely can use them. W6 audio output tube. L6, well, writing is faded. Let's see if I can get the latest right here. 7C6, Aloctal type. The real small 7 and 9 pin tubes I cannot read without a magnifying glass. Another Aloctal.
There's a lot of tubes in that box.
Yeah, I'm not going to read them all. There's way too many here. Another Aloctal. CG7. A lot of these sleeves have nothing in them. Used as packing material, I guess. Can't read that. And bugs. No mosquitoes. I'll be itching for a week. There's no writing on the outside of the wrapper, so we're not going to pull too many out because I want to keep them protected. I don't know what that is. Octo, but I don't know what kind. There's some in boxes. 6L6 GE. He tested this GE electric 2600 versus 3300. That must be the micromold test on the Hickok. 6L6. 6L6. Yeah. 6L6 tubes. And a realistic 6L6, lifetime realistic 6L6 in here. So there's seven 6L6s here. Great, you know, I definitely can use these. Thank you very much. Almost said your name again. Gotta be careful. V6. Again, these are used tubes, not new, and he told me that. And that's fine because I sent him used tubes too, so fair exchange. Looks like a 7531 or something like that. Don't quote me on it. Can't see that good. 6V6. No marking on that, so we don't know what that is. We'll pull it out of it when I'm ready to. What I do when I get a lot of tubes like this is I test them as I need them, but I may test a few of them. But I'm not doing that on video. 12SK7, 6V6, probably the same one I just read to you. 6SK7. wrapped pretty tight. We'll leave that alone. All right, this one's marked weak. I'm sorry, I can't read that. Need a magnifying glass. Glasses don't do it. It's a rectifier tube of some kind. Looks like a 5Y3 on this particular one. Regardless, there's a lot of great tubes in here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this is a 6, looks like a 6C6, but it could be a 6L6. It looks like a C to me. It read 3,000 and it should read 3,300. So without pulling them out of the package, they look like 6L6s, so maybe they're 6L6s, I don't know. But he did tell me he had enclosed some weak ones in addition to ones that tested good, in addition to some that he did not test at all. Quite a few. It takes a long time to test tubes, which he told me he found out about. It takes a while. Here is 2 6SK7s. They read 1100. They should be 1260 on the micromole scale on his Hickok 539B, I believe it is. Let's see what we got down here. Oh, these are not tubes. He told me he was sending some other stuff. He asked me if I needed any probes. This is an ICO VTVM-RF probe. Okay. These can be changed. This is what they call an Amphenol connector right here. We used to sell these at Aikens all the time. Matter of fact, I was in charge a lot of times of the Amphenol inventory. I used to know the number of these. I don't remember them anymore. Anyways, they can be changed over to a BNC type of connector. But soldering a BNC on the end of this cable is a lot of trouble for me. Okay, what we got here? This is some kind of a Tektronix scope probe. But I think it's broken. Yeah, I think it's broken. Trying to get everything in the camera here. But he says he had these probes, and I said, well, you can send me a couple of them. I really don't know if I need them or not, but you know.
What's that thing?
Neon green. I don't know what this is. Shrink tubing, I guess. Not shrink tubing, spaghetti, I guess. I don't know. It's a pretty green, I know that. Here is a shimmer, SHIMMER, 3/8 inch. It looks like a braid. Type of braid that you'd use on a tuning condenser grounding to the chassis. That type of braid. Another one of these green ones, but only a little smaller diameter. And Uptown Gold. Some kind of spaghetti tubing, I guess. .01. Can't read that. Can't read the voltage, but they're low voltage. .01 caps. Am I in camera? There it is. I think it's in camera.
Yeah.
All right. I can't read the voltage. I would say it's 100 volts. Okay.
What are those things?
Those are chokes. These are a bag of old chokes. Old-time chokes. But you know, somebody that's got a vintage radio that needs a choke, especially these type here, I'm probably not even in camera, these type here, you know, these type with the metal ends on them and everything. These are things he told me he was never going to use.
You got a lot of goodies in that box.
Well, he offered them to me. You know, he said he's going to send them. So
Wow.
I didn't ask for it. I appreciate it. Really, I do. Here is some a package. I'm off camera as always. It's very hard because I'm looking at the item. I'm not looking in the viewfinder. These are marked 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're microcapacitors is what they are. What value I don't know because they're numbered 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 right up the line, so I'm sure that's not the capacity of them. Oh, let me get this bag over here so it'll be a little easier. Can't seem to get in camera. I'm hunching over the tripod here. It's killing my back. Terminal strips. I like these kind because I put in drill holes and I mount them like that with 440 screws and nuts. Okay. All right. All right. Back in the bag. Am I still in camera?
Yeah.
Okay. Very hard to do these things by, you know, easier if somebody's running the camera so we know what's going on.
Yep. You got some nice people that care about you.
Yeah.
You know?
I appreciate it.
I don't get goodies
I try to
like...
help people out. I don't ask for anything.
I don't get goodies like that.
Well, you're not into electronics, Tom.
No, I know.
Okay, he's got a notation on the bottom of this untested tube below this level here. 0.056 capacitors here, 2 of them. I'm going to say 600 volts. It probably came out of the that other bag there. Some tube shields.
Wow.
And some small parts down in the corner here.
I'm sure all stuff you could use.
Well, whether I'll ever use all the tube shields, I don't know, but you can always use when you need one. You know, it's very, very handy to have if you need it. You know, it's a good thing to have it. All right, we're not going to go through every tube. We're trying to cover items. Cleaning swabs, definitely can use those. More tube boxes. All right. Well, there's many tubes here. Too numerous to count, but I think I covered the non-tube items. Here is some silver mica taps, 250 picofarad or Mickey Mike, 500 volt. Little, I think the silver mica type. Right, some more tube boxes. Okay, well, definitely got a lot of goodies here. In future videos, I will, when I find a tube that I need for a radio or something, we'll definitely take them out of the box and use them. But right now, the way my shop is set up, this whole box will go up underneath the bench. And in time, I will put some in these boxes as I go along. And they'll be easier to put in boxes this way and then faced up, and I can look down instead of going through the tubes individually like I'm doing now. So that is it, folks, and I want to thank you very much for all the nice tubes I've got here, and I definitely, they will come in handy for radios I'm working on. And in addition to that, if someone's working on a radio and needs a tube that I may have here, I'll have it to give to them. So it works both ways. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the shop, and for now I'm just going to put it under the bench. And I got to go through this, but I'm going to go through it gradually. With the hot weather, today's not too bad, but the AC is on again, and we can't run the air conditioner needlessly in the shop with the line voltage usually around 116 with the AC on, and sometimes even lower than that. And you know, we just can't do it, so we don't work in the shop when it's hot. But being that it's insulated, it stays kind of cool in there until later on in the day, and then it gets warm and I have to run the AC. So if I'm doing something important, I will run it. But other than that, no. By the way, wait for this packet to go. The fella that is getting the NL15 scope, the NLC, nonlinear system, NL15 scope is, it's in the mail. I mean, it's going to be in the mail, I should say. He's sending me the postage money, which isn't all that much to send it to him. He's in Pennsylvania. And it is boxed up, all labeled, and ready to go to the post office as soon as I get the postage money. That's all I ask for, is the postage money, like I do on the other items. Greg of Greg's Vintage Workshop is getting that little green fluke meter. It does not work, but he wanted it. It is going to him, so that's it. So what is left now that I don't need is that 50 megacycle frequency counter, because I don't need it. It is a little on the heavy side. It's probably, of the 4 little items that I got, it's the heaviest item. If anybody wants that, as long as they pay the shipping, I don't want anything for it, but I do want the shipping cost to send it to whoever wants it. So that is still available. That is it. The other unit, the 4th unit, is a capacitor checker. It's a homemade kit. There's some digits that are out. I tried it. I powered it up with a cord and clip leads. It contains a LM309K or something like that. I vaguely remember them being as a 5-volt regulator. It's got the same case style as a 3055 transistor. It contains a 12-volt center tap power transformer, which Radio Shack used to sell. The case it's in is a Radio Shack case, so it was built with Radio Shack parts. It has 12, 14 or 16 pin plug-in integrated circuits. So it's a parts thing only, and if anybody wants that, they'll pay me for shipping and I'll give that to them too. So that is it. The only 2 items are the frequency counter left and that capacitor checker, because I don't need another capacitor checker. I have already got the nice Sprague unit, in addition to component tester and a meter or 2 that'll read that, besides my ICO and my Sprague telemic. So I'm all set with that. So if anybody has a need for that frequency counter, it only reads from audio to a few cycles up to 50 megacycles. I'm from the old school, it's megacycles. Anybody has a need for that, it's good for ham radio or CV or anything like that. It does works good. LED display is kind of on the dim side. You can see it, but with my eyesight from across the bench, it's hard for me to see it. I need a lot of light. That's why I like using the stuff that I've got now. So I'm more than happy to let that go for the cost of shipping. I flapped enough. I want to thank, you know who you are, my viewer, for sending me these tubes. It's much more than I wanted, but you insisted on sending them to me, and I definitely can use them and I appreciate them. I don't feel it's a fair exchange, not fair for you. I sent you a few audio tubes and you sent me all these. Well, that's not a fair exchange. I should really send you something else. And you know what? I might, if nobody claims that frequency counter, when I get some extra money, I'll mail that out to you if you have a need for it. Because I still feel obligated. That's the way I work. Thanks for watching, folks. Tommy, you can put this video together?
Yep.
Okay. You still recording?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm going to let Tommy put the video together. Box of radio tubes, we'll call it.
Okay.
A box of radio tubes. We'll call this one, very simply, a box of radio tubes. Thanks for watching, folks. Keep cool.